This is a response to some of my most dearest friends here on YouTube questioning as to whether my videos are even making any sense whatsoever in the larger spectrum anymore. I have received some very, very serious emails from people which are cautioning me to not give in to this pop psychology of everything is going to be fine and well. And my answer to that has always been, no, it's not going to be fine and well, which is why I'm still speaking out. It's, I'm not sure how to answer some of these questions, because it gets to a point where you either give in or you give up completely. And for me right now, it's not an option. It's not even being considered. You know, the history of humanity is very long, you know. Well, okay, maybe not so long in terms of evolution, but I question myself as to what I'm doing here on this planet and what my contribution will be. Probably nothing, you know, just like most people. And I'm just a little cog in the wheel of evolution. So I don't take myself too seriously on here. On the other hand, I do admire some vloggers who contradict me from time to time, and also those who stand by me when I need it. And it's not a black and white thing. It's not at all some sort of existential philosophy on my part. It is what it is. So I don't do much writing on my own, but I'm going to read you something that I did write in response to a video. And so here it goes. I'm glad I'm not the only one on here who can see through all the bullshit. I can't stand David Brooks. But hey, it's all spelled out now for everybody who cares enough to pay attention to the Washington consensus, which mostly and most certainly does not contain anybody outside the DC establishment. When people bring up socialism in terms of its current definition, which amounts to treason, they seem to forget that any progress made in this country and in any other was an unwritten contract. Can't even read my own words here. An unwritten contract between the governing class and the people, lest the former get out of hand, which they certainly have. Not everything can be found in the Constitution, by the way. And the constitutional fundies are wrong in proclaiming that this was the end all of all arguments type of thing. It was meant as a guideline, a document which is not cemented in stone, but subject to amendments under contemporary circumstances. What scares me the most is the reactionary stance of most citizens in this country, largely uninformed or misinformed due to various influences, be it the mass media or the internet, a population so fearful and so disengaged so that only the loudest shouters with the best entertainment values win the next context or contest within that context. We have reached the age of a pseudo-democracy, a farce in which the remaining contestants are pitted against each other. And once they discover that they have been lied to all along, they will get mad. And they are getting mad. For the most part, people will remain complacent. But once the suffering overall becomes too great, there will be upheavals. Rest assured. And these upheavals will not always be for the greater good. As popular resentment boils over, it will be easy to find scapegoats. Illegal immigrants, for one, while completely missing the larger picture at hand. The financial elites, the world over, will always find a way to divide people, often to their own detriment, while trashing the planet in the long run. The human species is inherently competitive, and there's nothing wrong with that. It leads to different ideas, different approaches, and different solutions. But once this sense of competition becomes focused on short-term profits alone, above all else, disregarding all other human considerations such as empathy and compassion for others, then it is surely bound to fail. The universe is a very large space, and we're merely a tiny speck in it. The sooner we let go of our arrogance in this respect, the better off we will probably all be.